Hey guys, we got a bit of a announcement in a pre-recorded video to launch.
It looks like the path to watch Nicholas's explosion or implosion, I could say, is well on its way. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show, guys. This is the Locks Report. I am the narrative. This is an unsanctioned broadcast. You guys know what's up. All opinions in this segment are those of the narrative and no one else. The story, the top story, the one has left the Curlyverse. Now, I don't think Watch Nicholas has gotten the memo that he put out. He's very inconsistent, guys. If you look up his channel, if you just search up on YouTube, Watch Nicholas. Curlyverse community, but clearly today, Watch Nicholas has stated that I think his words like "fuck Curly" and all this stuff. So Watch Nicholas has apparently left the Curlyverse. Now, I think let's take a page out of Doc.
That's right, guys. It's happened. It's over. It's over. The Watch Nicholas and Curlyverse. And we're happy to pick up any of the crumbs here. That's right. I got a message from Tanzil this morning saying that I'm free to let Baitman back. Baitman can come back. He's apologized. He's ready to go. That's right. Baitman is ready to come back. That's right. What do you think, guys? Do we need Baitman, hey? What do you think? We got a super chat in. First super chat for the evening. Patek Philippe, $2. Your internet is shit. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I will be going home very soon. I'm out of here. Out of here. Not many days left. Out of here. Sayonara. Back to Australia. So, what can I say? It is all happening. It's all happening, guys. Happening. And I've got to tell you something. I could see it coming. I could see this coming a mile away. I knew it was going to go like this. And I got to be totally honest with you. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. That's what surprises me, is that it lasted as long as it did. I don't know why it lasted that long. Man, me and Luxy were placing bets, and I just can't believe it lasted as long as it did, because Watch Nick has some screws loose in his nogger. That's right, completely insane. The guy is insane. Mental health issues. We've all got mental health issues in this world, but he is not the full quid. So what else can I say there? Very disappointed with Dubsy. He's behaving like a jerk. Like a jerk. He even pissed off Madman. What a fool. Why would you do that? Madman is one of the nicest guys in the Archieverse. I gotta be totally honest with you. I really wouldn't do that. It's just not a wise idea. Yankee Doodle says, Arch, if you continue to pay Baitman, I will stop super chatting. Good point. I don't think I can afford to have paid employees anymore. The days of paying the bucks are over. It's over. That's correct. We're here to have fun. That's what we're here to do. So hoover up the super chats. You betcha. Let's get these super chats. It's choppy. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm on a 4G network. They've got some storms coming, which seems to affect Sayonara is Japanese, fuckface. Hey, Jimmy. What else is going on? Link for T-Dubs. T-Dubs is the biggest asshole. He's just a pain in the ass, that guy. That guy is just trouble. You know, that guy is just a pain in the ass. He just really is. Link for T-Dubs. Bad business. Thank you, Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle is the... I love the doodle. I love my Yankee Doodle. That's right, I do. There we go. What else can I say is happening there in the Archieverse? Come on, guys, we need some people on. Jump on, jump on. Patek Philippe, $2. Why did Plastic and T-Dubs hate on GMT's kind gifts? See, it goes back a long way. It goes back a long way. And basically, Plastic came to me. He was jealous that when Mr. GMT got his day, Mr. GMT was getting all the kudos in the community. Hey, man, well done. Great watch. And see, Plastic is just an evil cunt. He got a gold sub at the same time, and he was upset he wasn't getting more kudos than Mr. GMT. He reasoned that his watch was a lot more expensive. He should get double the kudos that Mr. GMT was. So he was jealous. He came to me and said, hey, I want to go after him. And I said to him, you're a vicious turd. I said to Plastic, you are a vicious turd. You want to go after Mr. GMT because you're jealous that he's getting all the accolades. And ever since then, we weren't friends anymore. And that's it. What can I say? Mr. GMT, how are you?
I've been better, actually, been better. I just had a bit of a couple of words with, not Plastic, with T-Dubs. He thinks that it's all a scam, and I was trying to, you know, trying to get Plastic back for some reason. I don't know how they got that idea, but my honest to God was I wanted to give something nice. He didn't have to accept it. I just said, I've got a watch that I've been using. I'm not using anymore. More than
it's like I gave you $10,000 worth of Superman figurines. That was my choice to give that to you.
Exactly, and I appreciate that. And now he's saying that I'm just out there to get Plastic and I'm using him to get Plastic. It's got nothing to do with Plastic, to be honest. It's more that I saw the guy was down and I said, well, I've got this watch there. Do you want it? And he goes, yeah, all right, no worries. I said, okay, well then when I come to Gold Coast, I'll bring it. And I thought, hang on, why should I wait? I'll send it now. I'll do the right thing. So I did. And then when it got there, it wasn't running right. It's an easy fix. I spoke to Timely. Timely goes, it's nothing. He goes, it'll cost like $50 to $100. I said, all right, if it's ain't going to cost that much, I'll pay for it to get fixed. Then he goes that I'm getting him to run around and do all this shit for this watch when it should have been running right to begin with. I said, well, he came through the transit. Something could have happened to it. Anyway, then he goes, oh, he's complaining about the spring bars. I said, all right, I'll go buy you some spring bars and I'll send them to you. So I went and bought the spring bars, which cost me $20 nearly. And then I shipped them as well. I said, ship them express so I can get them quick. It cost me another $14. It's not the money. It's just, I'm not out there to try and hurt the guy. I was out genuinely trying to help him, like trying to be nice to him. So show that there's people out there that care.
Do you understand why T-Dubs is single, divorced, and has no friends? Because he's a fucking asshole. You understand that?
Really, he said to me he's going to throw it in the river. I said, if you want to do that, do that. What do you want me to say to you? You know, what do you want me to say? It's I don't know what to say. I just said, I wanted to send it back, but if you want to throw it in the bin, throw it in the bin. Do whatever you want with it. What do you want me to say to you? You want to sit there and argue with him? I didn't send it to argue with him. I sent it to him to do a nice gesture. Now, he can take it any way he wants. You know, it's up to him. He thinks I used him as a pawn for Plastic. It had nothing to do with Plastic. Now, Plastic went and bought one and started shit stirring T-dubs that he bought one, and it's only cost $500, and he should just buy one and get rid of that one pretty much. Apparently, that's what T-dubs was saying to me. So I don't know exactly what the story is there. But honestly, Arch is coming from a good place. I didn't mean it in a bad way. And we're trying to turn it out that it is. And you know, I'm sad that it turned out that way. I'm not here to argue with anyone. We'll just try to do something nice in the story, Arch.
Yeah, I must say I'm very disappointed with what these fools have gone on with. And I'll be honest with you, I've met you. You're one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Look, I'm straight up, man. I think of others before I think of myself. I honestly do. And whoever's met me can vouch for that. I always try and put other people in front before me because I want to make people happy. It's the way that I've been brought up. People might look at it as being weird, but that's the way my mum and my father, God bless his soul, he's passed away, brought me up to be. You know, you be kind to others wholeheartedly. And that's the way that I am as a human being. Now you can do whatever they can do, whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. It's up to them. I really am saddened by this, but I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to sit there and argue with T-Dubs about it. He kicked me off his panel when I was trying to explain to him. That's fair enough. No problem. I'm not going to go to that channel anymore. I'm done with him. That's fair. You know.
Yes.
I'm done. So yeah, I just came to straighten things out so you can understand as well, Arch.
No, I can understand what you're saying. It's
so it is what it is.
It's pretty nasty stuff there. I mean, some of the things that have been said there are just ridiculous. I mean, you just went out to try.
I wish I never mentioned that. I wish I never actually, said anything to him. I wish I just didn't do anything like that. It's just the way that it's turned out. You know. Yeah. It's. But whoever's met me knows
what's wrong with him. I honestly don't know what's wrong with him. He has no friends.
Yeah, but I even said, if I was an asshole, I would have said, don't worry about getting it. I'm not going to pay for it. You sort it out. But I was kind enough, and I said to him, take it to a watchmaker. And he said he's got one at Australia Fair. He'll just calibrate it to get it right. I said, there's no problem. Even that's what Tony told me. He goes, it can calibrate. It doesn't cost much. It's not a big deal. But he's just taken out of the proportion. The bracelet's brand new. I've never used it.
You understand? He's a jerk.
He's saying that I'm making him run around everywhere. Yeah, I know. He's saying that I'm making him run around everywhere.
I would just say that's it. Just fuck yourself. You fix it. You don't want it, throw it away. You want to send it back, I'll pay postage to get it back.
That's pretty much what I said to him. I said exactly that too much. I said exactly.
That's it. Just drop it.
I didn't tell him to go fuck himself because I'm not that person. But yeah,
he's a very passive aggressive. He's a loser.
I've got to get back to work. Yeah.
He's a loser. He's on Centrelink. Okay, let's just clarify this now. He's on Centrelink. He has no employment prospects, no friends, no wife.
Yeah. I just wanted to do something nice.
Don't let him live rent-free in your brain. Okay?
All right. Thanks for your time, Archie. I'm sorry, I've got to get back to work, but I just thought I'll just put it out there. Thank you, mate. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Wow. There you go. There you go. There you go. What can I say? That is that's breaking news from Mr. GMT. I got to tell you, it's very upsetting when people don't take gifts nicely. We've got HR on. Hey, HR, how are you?
Hey, Paul, how's it going? How's your day been?
Hey.
What have you been up to?
Jumping on the streams, you know that?
Oh, great. It's always good to talk to you, Paul. What have you been up to today?
That's really good. It's like, when you wake up and you got a pimple on the side of your face, it's just, oh, fuck. That's the joy
Oh,
I
right.
get. You jump
So,
on.
have you had a nice day, Paul? What have you been doing?
Hey, have you had a nice day? Let's talk about you.
Yeah,
Your
no, of course.
nice day.
I'll tell you what I did. So we're going away, so I had to go and do. Bought my wife a new swimming costume, and some treats for the young whippersnappers because we're going to Centre Parks Arch. So yeah, it's been nice. I bought some shoes. I bought some new work shoes and some new trousers and a new leather belt. That's what I've been doing
Just
today.
one thing there, guys, by the way. Tickle my talk. You're going to have to change your avatar. You can't possibly have that as an avatar. So if you want to post comments, you're going to have to change your avatar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, change your avatar. So anyway, Paul, what have you been doing today?
Hey, I just woke up and I'm doing the stream. That's what I'm doing the stream. Do you think Baitman should come back? Yes or no?
You know what I think, Arch? You need to apologize to Baitman.
I don't need to apologize to anybody.
Well, you
It
just
doesn't
asked
work
me.
like that, HR.
Yeah, but you asked me my opinion. You need to apologize to Bateman. Bateman has been loyal to you. He's been here from day dot. He used to super chat, and you've thrown that fucker under a bus. Why, Paul?
So tell me this.
No, answer the
Should I
question.
should I let you on the stream again?
Well, it's up to you. You know, I mean, right now, I wouldn't really say there's guests queuing up. And to be honest, you are the only pontiff in my eyes. Archie, you're my star and my moon. Depends if you want me on, Arch, you know, or if you don't want me on, you can kick me. It's fine. I won't be offended. I work in HR. Everyone hates me. So it's fine. It's your call, big boy. Actually, you should be paying me to come on here, Paul, because you gave Mike 40%, didn't you?
I really do miss Mike. You know, it was great to have him on. I like the way when everyone leaves, they then complain about Breguets. I want to ask you, do you hate Breguet? In your case, you definitely do hate Breguet, don't you? You can't
Arch,
stand the brand. You hate
listen,
it. You
Arch,
hate it.
I would
You
rather
hate
let Jax piss in my mouth than put a Breguet on my wrist. They are shitters. They are toxic shitters, Arch. You've got 3 of them.
And
Who gives a
what makes you
fuck?
a
They're
watch
garbage.
expert? Can I ask you this? What makes you the watch expert?
What makes me the watch expert? Well, I got more money than you, Arch. That's probably so. Because I have more money, I know more than you, and I'm more intelligent. And I'm not living in a garage. I'm not living in a garage.
How would you explain that supermodels? How would you explain
Why
supermodels?
are you putting me on repeat? Why are you putting me on repeat?
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I'm just going to run a poll. We're going to start a poll. Do you hate Breguet? Do you hate Breguet? That's what we're asking there. I was having a dispute with CB last night.
Mm.
And he's also anti-Breguet. He's very, very anti-Breguet. But he still sucks the AD cock. They all suck the AD cock.
Arch, Breguet is toxic sludge. I mean, it's a shitter, Arch.
You are the watch expert. How
Archie,
many watches have
do you want
you
to buy?
owned?
Do you want to
How
buy my
many watches
bluesy? You want to buy my bluesy? Come on, Paul. Come on. Let's get you a Rolex back, big boy. Let's get you the
I've got
bluesy
I'm
back.
wearing a Rolex. Look at this. I'm wearing Rolex today as I'm doing the show. I am wearing Rolex.
Arch, you need the bluesy back to get the Thai hookers in the airport.
Hey, Cyber, how are you?
Hey, dudes. I'm doing good.
What's
Is
going
this
on?
Bateman's
Tell me
brother?
what's happening. What are you wearing today?
I wore my Moonshine Gold Speedy today.
Moonshine Gold Speedy. That's a lot of money.
I know. Yeah. I didn't buy it new, but yeah.
You didn't buy it new.
No, I got it pre-owned. But what's wrong with Breguet and buffets? Both things are awesome. I love buffets. I love Breguet.
Such an asshole. Look at this guy here. I'm sending GMT's watch back, but he can pay for it. Pay for what? done everything so nice, and you are such a jerk. Such a jerk. It's like you stood me up when I bought an air ticket to Darwin and paid for a hotel. You stood me up. So let's have a... I think there's some clear mental problems with T-Dubs. You can see why he's single and has no friends. He's just a complete asshole. Just a complete asshole. So talk to me. What's happening in your world of watches? What are you buying? What are you selling? What are you doing? Tell me this.
Let's look at Patek perpetual calendars.
You're buying one? You have one?
No, I don't. I'd have to get rid of a ton of stuff to get one. But today I was entertaining that idea.
You know, I got to tell you, they're no longer as special as they were. They're really, they've made a hell of a lot more perpetual calendars than they've ever made in the past.
Yeah.
They've become sort of, instead of being a very wealthy person's watch, that's sort of moved down the food chain a bit.
Perfect for me
The
then.
middle class has become incredibly wealthy, you know? There are people who own this stuff that would have never owned this stuff in the past.
Right.
And it's a bit like Mercedes. In the 70s, Mercedes was really, really expensive. Now it's kind of, it's not cheap, but it's not anywhere near as exclusive as it used to be.
That means it's the perfect time for me to slide into one.
Perfect time. They're expensive. They're expensive. What do you do for a job? What do you do for a job?
I'm retired.
How old?
60.
60 years old. That's a... When did you retire?
The day before my 60th birthday.
And what did you do at work? Did you just say, that's it, guys, I'm not coming back?
No, I gave a notice and gave them plenty of time so they could trade my replacement and everything else.
The funny thing is, many places, once you give notice, they say, okay, you can leave now. Goodbye.
Yeah. They didn't do that in my case, though, because they needed me to train somebody.
What position did you hold before? What industry?
I was in call center management and also insurance. I was an insurance agent for a bunch of years. Did
you enjoy that?
I didn't like commission-based sales. No, I had to get out of it. But yeah, okay. It was commission-based sales was killing me. You know, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and obsess over how I blew a sales call, and I should have said this at 3:30 in the morning. I'd be bolt awake, you know, obsessing about things like that. So yeah, I had to get out.
Yeah. Can you change your avatar? That girl there, we have no contractual rights to do that, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, I can certainly do that.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can do it while I'm on here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to do it.
She was a great kid. We had a lot of fun, but unfortunately, YouTube is brutal. Let me just say that YouTube is a brutal way to make a living. It's very tough.
Yeah, I get it.
Got some more super chats on here. We got
Let me jump out. I'll jump out and jump back in.
Okay. Arch, thoughts on a 41mm Datejust, black dial, smooth bezel, oyster bracelet, kind of an explorer date. You know what? If you're going to buy it new, that's the cheapest way to get it, is with oyster bracelet, smooth bezel, and a black dial or silver dial. Thoughts on it? the funny thing is, you know, on the secondary market, I'd probably, if I was buying secondary, often with the fluted bezel in white gold, it's not much price difference. I think they're a great watch. Any Datejust. The only thing is, for similar money, would you go for a sports? That's the only thing. For similar money, I would go for sports Rolex. That's the only problem with the Datejust. For not much difference, you could get a sports. It's more of a chunky monkey. Look at this. It's got that beautiful solid steel bezel. Oyster bread. That's similar money. What would you rather get? An Explorer 2 or a Datejust? That's the problem with the Datejust. For similar money, you can get a sports. How many watches do you have, Cyberlip?
8. 8 in the Louis box.
Ah, you got a Louis box. That's
Yeah.
right. I've got a paid review coming up for you, I think, don't I?
No, but I was going to be sending one in. I just have to take some photos.
That's it. What color Louis box?
It's same as yours. It's the classic brown with the red interior.
You bought it new or secondhand?
I bought it new, actually, brand spanking new at the Louis store.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they gave me the option to special order one, and they had a bunch of different colors, and I was thinking about doing one with the green interior, but then the chick, sales chick, talked me into just getting the red. So
I think the red is one of the best.
Yeah, green is my favorite color, so I was tempted, but yeah, the red is great. So
yeah, I think you've done the right thing there. I've got to be honest with you. If you were looking at a Datejust, see, I would honestly say that's a great watch. Datejust is a fantastic watch, black dial. But wouldn't you get for similar money an Explorer? What's your view, Cyberlip? Would you rather have a Rolex Sports or would you get a Datejust?
I'd rather have a sports, but I'm not sure. Yeah, between those two.
It's such a chunky monkey. I mean, Explorer 2, fuck. I mean, I love the Datejust. Don't get me wrong. The Datejust is the soul of the Explorer or Submariner. It's basically what it is. It's a Submariner. It's a Datejust with a bezel and another function. But if you're buying one for yourself, I'd be so tempted to put a bit more or get a sports.
Yeah. As far as Datejusts go, I really only like them in gold. I don't really like the steel Datejust that much. So personally,
Two-tone Datejust is, I don't think they do many Datejust. They used to do gold Datejust. That's a date.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But I would probably, you know, if I was buying one, I don't think you could pass up for similar money and a sports professional line.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's not that there's anything wrong with the Datejust. It's a fantastic watch. But for not much, for the same money, I'd rather get into the sports line. We've got another super chat. Patek Philippe. He's taken the bait. $2. AC3 MSRP 53.20. Can the everyday afford? This is a good question. 53.20. That's the watch that Mr. Zeal has. That's the one that Tan Zeal has. And if my internet wasn't shit, I would bring it up. Unfortunately, my internet isn't the best at the moment. My internet is slow. And that's the problem. That's why I had Mr. Baitman with me, is so that I could stumble through this shit. And I've got to be honest with you, this is a very expensive watch now. However, you know what? I got to be totally honest with you guys. These perpetual calendars, they're not what they used to be. They used to be super exclusive. I'm not sure if they quite are, or maybe people just have access to more money. What sort of perpetual would you look at? One like this?
Yeah, I don't know. They've been just so far out of my league, I haven't really even looked into them. But the ones that I've seen in pictures, I like.
Yeah, this is probably the best bang per buck because it's a modern size. A lot of these. Look at Patel here. Patel, $2. I asked MSRP, not chrono. Most punters buy new. Do they really? Do they buy new? You actually buy this shit new? I didn't know that. And the new price is 125,000 US roonies. Retails for suckers. Retail is for suckers. Remember that. Retail is for suckers.
What do they go for pre-owned?
You can get them for about $60,000.
Okay.
US. I mean, it's a lot of money. Is it worth it?
Yeah, no. I like the salmon dial.
I got to tell you, it depends what you want in a watch. What do you want? Some people get caught up in the fact that it has a high retail price. If you get turned on by crazy sticker prices, right? You would love Vacheron. Vacheron has pieces for 100. You can get them for a third of retail. If you get turned on by high sticker. But the reality is high sticker. High sticker. I mean, look, it depends. For me, I got to be honest with you. Honest. I like fine watchmaking. I like to have a small collection. For me, I really, really love this Breguet here, which is about manual wind. What I kind of looked at in a dress watch, I wanted a watch for myself as a dress watch. Precious metal. I love rose gold. I love just the craftsmanship, the story. So this is coin edging.
Mm-hmm.
Gil O'Shea, that's the guy who works at the Irish pub. Gil O'Shea dial. Just look how it's done. This is just a work of art, history, not just a brand that no one's. This is probably the greatest watchmaker of all time, Louis Breguet. And bang per buck, bang per buck, that watch there in the teens. See, for me, I want a dress watch which is precious metal, manual wind, preferably without a date complication. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my type of dress watch because I'm anal. I don't like having the date wrong. See, this is the big problem. See those perpetual calendars? They're a real bitch to set correctly. Okay?
Right.
And that's where you can fuck them up. You don't know this, but you can actually fuck them up when you're trying to set them again. You know what that's where a lot of damage can occur if you don't follow the procedure correctly. Okay.
Right.
So that's why I love the World Time, because it didn't have a date or it's very easy to set it and off you go.
Yeah.
You see? You've got 8 watches. Tell me what watches you got, Cyberlip. What watches have you got?
3 Omega, 2 Rolex, a Vacheron.
Okay, let's go through the Omega. Let's go through these things. Let's go through them, Cyberlip. What do we got?
I've got the Moonshine Gold Speedy, and then I've got a regular Hesselite moon watch.
Solid gold Speedy, right?
Yeah. The green dial version.
Or second hand?
Secondhand.
You can't buy that fucker new. You would take
No.
a bath.
No, I got it for about half of retail. So yeah, no. Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't going to pay full retail for
Okay,
that.
so okay, you got that, Speedy. What else?
The regular Hesselite moon watch.
3861 or 1861 movement?
3861. And then a No Time to Die.
No time. Okay, great. That's 3 nice Omegas.
And then 2 Rolex subs. One's a Hulk, and then the other one is the pre-ceramic no date. 14060, the M version.
4-line or 2-line?
2-liner.
Beautiful watch. Okay,
And then
so
I've
that's
got,
that's 5. There's
and I've
3
got-
slots left.
Yeah, I've got the Vacheron 1921 in white gold, 40 mil.
Oh, fuck. You got that?
Yeah.
White gold. You said white gold. And you
Yeah,
got the
white
40
gold.
mil. Is that right?
Correct.
The 37's a bit small.
Yeah. I was considering that for a little bit because people were saying it wore big, but I've never seen one in person. So I just went with the 40.
You bought a new one or second hand?
Secondhand, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Then
And what's the other thing left?
I've got a Blancpain Air Command.
Oh, fuck. Titanium or what is that?
Titanium, the blue version. And then I've got a Reverso.
What model Reverso?
It's the tribute to 1931, the 2011 version. It's the limited edition with the sword hands.
Black, is it?
Yeah, black. Yep.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
You bought that new or second hand?
Secondhand. All of them secondhand except for the No Time to Die and the Hesselite Speedy, if you can believe it. And I had reasons for buying those new, so it's not as stupid as it sounds, but
No, that's okay. We've got another. Pat Tan's fucked off at me. Look at this. He says, Patek Philippe, $2. You can also fuck up an annual. Dumb it. 100%. You can especially fuck up an annual. 100%, Tan. Yes, I agree. You can fuck an annual up by not. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Totally, 100%. Yes, that's exactly right. MT85, $2. We've got an MT85, $2. This sounds like an interrogation. No, I just want to get an idea of his collection. That's all.
What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Narc, how are you?
I couldn't sleep.
Don't scare our panelists off.
No.
Otherwise, I won't have any.
Narc,
I couldn't sleep.
Isn't it tea time out there or something?
Yeah, whatever. How you going, buddy? How you going?
Narky
I couldn't
Potter.
sleep. I've been
Narky.
depressed. I'm depressed. How you going, buddy?
I'm feeling
I've been unhappy.
narcolicious.
I've been gloomy. I've been glum, miserable. What's happened to some of the most loved characters? Hey, let me ask you, who are the most loved characters in the community?
Narc, your
No
bullshit
idea.
meter is going off.
Tell me.
All right. Tell me one. GMTs. Is he a
Your
loved
bullshit
character?
detector is off the chart.
We've got
Oh, it's
Terry
always-
Boston.
Hey,
How are you? In the UK?
Terry, all right, I'm a good kisser.
No,
Just one
not
sec.
yet.
Terry.
One sec, Terry. Put your cock ring on. Who are the most loved? Who are the most loved characters?
I have
GMT.
a question for Terry. Terry,
Yes.
can I ask you a question? Wait, so
Go ahead.
When you were in America, you told a story about how you went to the supermarket and self-checkout. Are you okay? And people were helping you with the self-checkout, and you said you were telling them about Rolex. So expand on that. What?
Yeah.
Tell that
Well,
story.
I'll be totally honest with you. Rolex, one Rolex I saw, I thought were spontaneous. And then the...
Okay, Narc, run the clip.
Phony. Do you understand? And he also picked the wrong side because, hey, yeah, angelic's a virtue signaling phony. Do you understand? And he also picked the wrong side because, hey, if you were listening and saw the playboard numbers, you probably wouldn't have picked Lux's side. Just saying. Just saying. No, he went full virtue signal. I don't know why GMT would send a faulty watch. He should have got it fixed. What, now Dubsy's going to have to pay $500 to get it fixed? Fuck that. Nah, good on plastic for making it right. What GMT did was fucked up. GMT should be ashamed of himself. He sent a watch that was busted. He sent a busted watch, just like Marcelo sent me a busted gimbal. He knew it was busted. He didn't think Dubsy would know.
Do you believe this crap? Do you believe this crap is besmirching GMT's good character? He's a protected species. He's a koala. I can't believe this, Archie.
Plastic made it right because plastic's the man.
It's a gift to that toothless fuck cheetah. Do you understand what kind of evil cunt plastic is? This is a
Well, it doesn't make it evil. It just means he wants to fuck with GMT, and good on him. He wants to fuck with 5 chicken a day JJ. Do you understand? You understand why he's trying to fuck with GMT?
Why is he going after JJ? JJ, come back. Why is he going after JJ? This is a guy who's full of hate, Archie. Full of hate. Panel, do you agree with me here? Anyone who goes on that fucking stream and sends money, you got to take a good look at you in the mirror. Unbelievable.
T has nothing to do with GMT. Wants to fuck with 5 chicken a day JJ. And I'm cool with fucking with 5 chicken a day JJ too. Fuck JJ. It's a fat fuck. He faked an injury in an elevator to get a payout. That's a fact. For people that don't know, he used to be an elevator repairman. He faked an injury and got like $1 million payout. Millions of dollar payout. That's how he got all his money. Elevator repair guy, fake injury. That's why everybody over there is like, rrr.
Do you believe this crap?
I can tell you one thing for sure, right? Narc. I don't think it's a fake injury. I mean, I may not like JJ, but fuck, the poor bastard has got a limp, right? I don't think you would fucking...
no, he can never hopscotch. He can never squat properly, right?
That's ridiculous, okay?
Right, maybe, look. I love JJ. Come back. But you guys can hear how ruthless this guy is.
Yes, he is ruthless.
And anyone who supports him, mate, they're just as bad. Listen to what he said now. I'll show you another clip.
Okay, show us a clip.
I don't want to say what I would do if I was you because you'll cry about it, but I honestly wouldn't be here, Lux. You understand what that means? I wouldn't be here at all. You should jump off a bridge, Lux. How about that? Didn't you say I told...
What's he saying here? Jump off a... He's telling him to kill himself? We can report him. This is disgusting behavior.
What else? What other clips now? Come on, get to the point.
You that you should like off yourself. Okay. You were crying that I said you should off yourself.
Okay, I don't like to have any of these sort of clips on my channel, Narc.
I never said it, but you know what?
Narc. I don't like to have this sort of stuff on my channel, okay? I don't particularly like it.
Bummer.
Then you came on and say the guy's a lying cunt.
He is a lying cunt. Mike is literally a lying cunt. Do you understand? He is literally a lying cunt. And he's full of shit. Completely full of shit. He's a completely manipulative victimhood liar.
He didn't laugh it off. It went too far. You guys can't...
He didn't go too far. He was actually pretty nice. To be completely honest, like, they're just jealous, as always.
Walk it back. You can't say, all right.
Why would you walk it back?
All right, that's it for me.
Okay.
All right, that's it for... All right, that's it for me today. See you later.
See you later. I got to tell you, Cyberlip.
Yes. You're frozen up there. Uh-oh. Archie had a stroke. Hey, everybody. Archie does not have time for the New York Watch Show.
What makes you want a pattern. Why does it have to be a perpetual calendar, Cyber?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really looking into one. I just thought it'd be cool to bring some up.
No, but you've got the Vacheron 1921. Isn't that an amazing watch? Really? That's so fucking expensive.
Yeah. It wasn't that much pre-owned, actually. It was about the same price as my Gold Speedy.
It was 20,000 plus, but wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about $20K US.
Don't you think that's a lot of money?
Hell yeah. But I'm worth it.
You're married or divorced?
Well, I've been divorced. I'm married again. So yeah, married.
Okay. Tell me this. You're 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you retired just as you turned 60? Good on you.
Yeah.
Do you regret retiring at a younger age?
No. I think it's the right age. You know, I mean, shit.
You can enjoy life.
Yeah, in 10 years I'll be 70, and who knows how long I'll live after that. You know, so I mean, and that time will fly by. I mean, the older I get, the time just flies by like you can't believe it. You know, it'll feel like yesterday. I'll be 80. 20 more years, and the last 20 years flew by. So yeah.
That's a good point, actually. You remember being 40?
Oh yeah, it feels like yesterday. It just feels like it was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Which part of America?
I'm in Seattle.
Oh, lovely spot. You've got a fully paid off home or apartment?
Fully paid off condo, yeah. And my daughter's about to turn 18, and it feels like just yesterday that she was just a little baby. It's just fucking crazy.
Yes. And what do you end up doing with your time, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I've got a bunch of home projects and stuff that I've been putting off for years, and that I'm just finally getting around.
And you've got a full-time job on the ArchieLuxury live stream 7 days a week.
That's right.
No, I've got to be honest with you. I'd love to have you on, Cyberlip. You're welcome on anytime.
Thank you, sir.
We would love to have you on there. Just email me if you're really keen about it. Email me whatever email address you use for YouTube, and I'll add it to the keys so you can pull things up and that. So,
sounds good.
Look, I got to tell you, I'm counting down to retirement myself. Okay, can I say that to you, Cyberlip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just between you and me.
Yes, nobody's watching.
Right.
I'm deadly serious. I'm 53 in October, okay? And my wife's a little bit older than me. What I'm actually doing is I put a lot of money into the business. I had obviously, I had the terrible burglary,
mm-hmm.
and I got a HELOC to give me some access to some funds for a number of reasons, okay? A number of reasons, right? But I don't really want to go into it. But the main reasons is that I had some good financials. I wanted to make sure I had money to pay my car out in case in the future I don't have good financials. So I wanted to have money available, which I actually paid it out early because business has turned. It's no longer like it used, which that's just life. That's just how it is, okay? But I'm actually myself. Roy's available. Let's get Roy on here. Thank you, Roy, for coming back there. Yeah, Narc scares people off. I don't blame you for jumping off, Roy. I don't blame you.
I had
in
technical
the
issues. Narc is
it's
tame.
funny.
I had technical issues. I apologize.
What's funny
okay.
about Narc? So I like Narc, but there have been a couple times where like Narc was
Everybody likes Narc until he comes after you.
Yeah, there was a couple times where Narc was on and Eddie at the same time, and it's just like, fuck, this is unlistenable.
Narc. I mean,
Yes.
it's Narc shtick. You can't take that shit seriously. Like, don't worry about it.
Exactly. It's a Trojan horse watch.
Hey,
It's a Trojan
Can you hear me?
horse.
can you hear me?
Hi, James.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me or not?
Yes. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, sweet. Listen,
I can
just
hear
quickly,
you.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
I
at
can
work.
hear you.
Yeah,
I can
okay.
hear you.
This has got nothing. Yeah, no. I'm just trying to say something. This has got nothing to do with plastic. This never had anything to do with plastic. So I don't know why you keep on mentioning plastic. This was, I asked you, I've got a Pepsi, would you like it? And you said yes. You didn't have to say yes. You could have said no. And I would have been alright with that. But I was trying to do a good deed for a person that I thought was a friend, and you know, and I really wanted you to have something nice.
Yes,
Now it didn't work out the way we
I
planned.
should have said that. I should have said
Yeah.
that.
You should have said no. You should have said no. Simple as that. But you said yes. So I tried to do a good deed. I even went to the point of getting you spring bars and sending them to you, which cost me more money, you know, to try and do something nice to make it nice for you. And I even said I'll even send it to you can take it to a watchmaker and you can all he's got to do is calibrate it and it'll be fine. But you know, this is up to you. You do what you want, but it was never intent to be a bad thing for you. It was meant to be something good for you. Okay?
There you go. Look at that, Mr. GMT. We got a super chat. Black Cat 997, $2. Good guess. 1921 is awesome. You fucking bet it's awesome. That is one of the
Hello,
most
Archie.
beautiful.
It is,
Hey,
yeah.
Terry.
I agree.
That is one of the most beautiful Vacherons I've ever seen. It's actually the similar pricing. Mr. Zeal will back me up. Of 1921 is similar pricing to what you can get an annual calendar Patek for.
Okay. You know what's
They're
interesting about
fucking
that?
expensive, believe you me. In the 20s, you can get high 20s. You can get a 5146. You could get a world time around the 30 mark.
Okay. You know what's interesting about it though? It takes like it takes over 100 wines to get it moving, which I thought was weird. I thought it was something that's wrong with it, but I went online, did some research, and found out that that's normal for that movement. So I was kind of perplexed by that. Doesn't seem right, but
I got to tell
So,
you something.
Archie, can I tell you something?
Just yeah, but don't dominate the show. You just got to be careful, Terry. That's all, okay?
Okay, well, so apparently I was at a funeral this past Thursday in America. I'm still in America. We're staying until the first week of December. And so, anyways, it was for a family member. It was for a family member. I did see a few interesting watches there. A few men had on. One had on a solid gold President Rolex. Another man had on a Rolex GMT Master 2. Another gentleman I shook hands with had on an Explorer just like yours, except they had the black dial. And another man had on an Omega Seamaster, almost like the one Pierce Brosnan wore in all his Bond films. So, you know, I asked the one guy, I said, where did you get your Seamaster? He said, I bought it pre-owned about 4 years ago up a jeweler in St. Louis for around 4,200. And I said, that's a very cool watch. He said, this is the same exact one that Bond wore. So, and then I asked the guy about the Explorer 2 he had. I said, so is that the 36 mil? Is that the 40 mil? He said, no, it's a 40 mil because you could tell it was a bigger one. And he said his wife bought him that for the 30th anniversary, wedding anniversary. And so, yeah, I saw a few interesting pieces that, you know, because funerals in America are very unique. They're not like the ones in Europe. You know, you go to the ones in America, like in certain states and places, and, you know, some men show up, women too, but mostly men, they show up wearing some rather unique watches that they've had over the years and stuff.
Okay, we'll just stop that for a moment there. We'll come back to you, Terry. Just hang on there.
I have no idea what the hell I was
I gotta
hearing.
tell you, man, that is a beautiful 8-piece collection you got there. I hadn't finished just telling you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So you got a bit of a mix. You got 3 Omegas, 2
Mm-hmm.
Rolex.
Yeah.
You've got a Vacheron. You got a Reverso. What else was there? Was something else?
The Blancpain Air Command.
Blancpain.
The Blancpain.
Man.
The Blancpain.
I think if with your collection, I would have a simple rule. If one comes, one has to go out. You know what I mean?
That is my rule. Yeah, that is my. I'm sticking with 8. Yep, for sure. In fact,
I think
just
8. I'll be honest with you. I've still got my LV box. I don't really want to sell it. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think in my case, I would love to get more affordable, mainly because they're cheaper, and also I find them more wearable. And it's interesting. You have I'd say your crowning glory is the Vacheron.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's my one and only Trinity piece. But
one of the things I love about the
triumvirate.
Vacheron is that there's no date. It's a very simple watch, but it's spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned it's white gold or rose gold?
White.
That's beautiful metal.
Yeah.
I mean, Roy, you've got the day date. Roy's got a day date, 40 mil day date. That's a lot of money. Roy, what are they, 50,000 for a day date? What did you pay for yours, Roy?
No. I don't know if they've upped the price because gold has come up, but I think it was 42 before tax.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like a year ago, so I'm not really sure. But it was low 40s, like 41, 42.
That's still a lot of money, Roy. Roy, you can buy a very nice automobile for that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But it sounds like he has a nice collection. I just hopped on here. I didn't get a chance to see what he has.
Yeah, so I had 9 pieces I just sold off of Breguet because the Vacheron came in, so I had to sell
and
my.
You sent me the
Which
Breguet cap.
That's correct. Yep. Which Breguet? It was the dual time Marine GMT dual time.
And which Vacheron do you have now?
It's the 1921.
Oh, I love the 1921. Which version?
It's the 40 mil white gold.
Yeah, that's a great watch.
So tell me, what made you sell the Breguet off? Why did you sell the Breguet off?
Well, one had to go, and to be honest, I don't really need a GMT feature or really want one. So that was kind of the one. It was a tough decision. It was either going to be that or the Reverso, and ultimately I went with the Breguet just because I felt I didn't need the GMT, and also the bracelet. It's a big chunky. It's just a monster of a bracelet.
Did you lose money on the Breguet? Break even?
I broke even. I basically broke even. Yeah. Basically broke even.
I mean, that's pretty good. You can't be angry at that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I had it for I bought it in 2018, so I had it for 6 years, or no, 7 years. So yeah.
I mean, technically there's an opportunity cost, but what could you do?
I did lose money because I had just sent it in for service, and then the Vacheron deal happened while it was in for service, and it was like, oh shit. And so I had to, that was $1,500 out of my pocket. So I was out that. So yeah,
that's a lot of watches though. 9 watches, like that's a big rotation there. So.
Yeah, it's too many. Yeah, even 8 is a lot for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been considering consolidating down. I feel like I really wish I could get to 4. I just have a hard time getting rid of things because I like them, even if I don't
hear you.
them.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Yes, it's I'm actually. I got to say something, Roy and Cyberlip. I'm actually gearing up for retirement.
Nice.
And what I mean by that is, you might laugh at me, but I'm 53. And believe you me, from 53 to 60, that time will go very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because I've seen it I can remember being 40. It feels like a year or two ago. It doesn't feel 13 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's spinning out of control time, you know.
So I'm actually gearing up for retirement, semi-retirement, right? When I say semi-retirement, I want to do the streams as long as I can because I do enjoy them, but I don't want to depend on the money to survive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. You got to have your passive streams that you don't have to give input to. Exactly.
And I've got to be honest with you. We got another super chat. Mac Lobster, $2. Flyboy Roy, do you have your pilot's license? You're working on your pilot's license, aren't you?
Yeah, correct. I don't yet. I have to complete my cross countries, and then I have to get my nighttime because, like, unlike Canada and some other places, as part of your private in the United States, you also have to do night flying. And then once I've done that, I'm eligible to go up with an examiner. So I have about 10 hours technically remaining before I could go up. But I'm obviously going to do check ride prep with my CFI. So I would say it's probably closer to 20 hours of flight time left before I would actually take the exam.
Good on you, Roy. That's all I can say, Roy. I got to tell you, I'm gearing up for retirement. And what I mean by that is people have said, you know, I sold a lot of stuff off. I got to be honest with you, Roy and Cyberlip. I thought the answer was to get more stuff because that would generate and grow my business. And it really did not.
Has it worked that way in the past?
It has worked that way in the past, but you know what? Times change. You got to adapt. So I thought, right, sell them off. And that's exactly why I paid the car off. I think that's I really wasn't making enough money, okay, to support the car, okay? Right. So I thought, you know what, get rid of that. The car actually, people always on the YouTube, they always fucking criticize and micromanage your decisions. But the car actually is a fun thing. I love driving, okay? I do love cars. I really do. I really do love cars and driving.
Well, I mean, here's the whole thing is you've got to have, you know, you got to have your things that you enjoy doing. If you don't, like, what's the point? You know, I've seen plenty of people that have pinched pennies their entire lives, and then they never did the things that they talked about wanting to do, and then all of a sudden they're no longer here, and what they leave by inheritance wise leaves you scratching your head. My grandmother is one of these people where it's like she always wished, oh, I could do that, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that, but I can't afford it. And then she finally passed away, and between my mom and my uncle, you look at the inheritance and it just leaves you scratching your head. It's like, why didn't you do it? It wouldn't have affected you at all.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point there. We've got another super chat here. We've got a super chat in here from Patek Philippe, $2. Please respond to Philly's Fish Cakes comment in the chat. I'm trying to find it. Philly's Fish Cake. Just trying to find that comment. Where the... Oh, here we go. Plastic has all the sacred fatty turtles in Queensland. Is that the comment? No idea. I don't know much about. I don't know.
So Archie, since I've been here, I decided on something. So I actually had a date with a gentleman Friday night, and I had a date with a gentleman Friday night. So we went to dinner,
like it's after the
and he was actually very nice. And yeah,
okay, we
I
got
know.
too much static there, Terry. Too
I am
much
your father.
Static. Sorry, just can't hear you. I got to tell you, gearing up for retirement, I've just been reducing. I've got a redraw facility. The best thing I can do is pump money back into that. I've got to fix a few things on the home. And what I want to do is really I got rid of some expensive watches, but I don't see it as a bad thing. It's just the business change. I don't want to be dependent on some of these fuckwits for my livelihood. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Archie. The two watches you can't get rid of, the Mood Watch and the Explorer. I mean, that's a really solid base. If you added one to that you really love, you don't need more.
Yeah, one really nice gold piece.
See, I love the gold tradition. That is a fucking,
keep that in the two that Roy just mentioned.
It's amazing.
Yeah, have a 3-piece, that and the other two.
No, actually, I like 8. I got the box.
Yeah, I understand.
And I gotta be honest with you. I love my PAM. You know, I got the PAM 662.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's PAM's not an easy watch to sell.
No, but you probably don't have much wrapped up into that either, so it's not the biggest.
5,000. It's not free.
Yeah.
Where does your beater?
My beater. Well, I honestly, life's too short to wear garbage watches.
Mm-hmm.
I wear the Explorer 2. That's kind of my beater.
Okay.
I mean, realistically speaking, the PAM could be more of a beater. I mean, it's got a, allegedly PAM version of an ETA movement. I mean, those things are indestructible.
Yeah, I love the PAM, to be honest with you. I love it. I really do. It's a great
one. I mean, you keep the PAM, you keep the tradition. You know, whenever you get an offer you're happy with on the Classique, I mean, you're not in a bad position.
Don't they have a 4-slot Louis box?
No, Goyard does.
Okay.
No, Louis 8. But I mean, look, 8. The thing is this. That 8. You know what? I'm kind of the keepers. Explorer 2, the Speedy. I'm actually kicking whether to keep the Zenith or not. Okay.
Don't keep the Zenith.
Yeah, no.
I love the Zenith.
into that.
I really love that watch, Roy.
But you can only wear so many things. And this is what I've come to the conclusion of, especially when I have things that I really love. It takes away from the other stuff. But I could definitely respect the hard time you have letting go with the things, even if you're not wearing them, because that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Fair point. That's a very, very interesting thing. I got to tell you, you guys, both of you guys retired. Like many Americans are retiring later, like 60. What made you say 60? That's it. Fuck it, Cyberlip. I want to stop.
That's kind of just the number that I've had in my head forever. Originally, when I was young and stupid, I was thinking I'm going to retire when I'm old, when I turn 50. But that's not realistic. It wasn't realistic. So I changed it to 60 when I got a little wiser, and just kind of.
I mean, if you chase the things that you wanted and you accomplished it, and then if you're focus on family and other stuff, there's no reason not to if you have the ability.
Yeah, it was just a matter of coming up with acquiring the number that I needed financially to make it work. And so, yeah.
Yeah, because what you work until you're 70, maybe you have an extra zero in your bank account. What's the difference that going to make to?
Yeah, and then you're like on death's door pretty much when you're at 70, basically. It's like,
Roy, you retired in your 40s, didn't you?
37.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Good for you.
But again, I would have kept working. I've explained this before. I'm in a small town. I'm a medical professional, and the call situation was untenable. Like I had no life, and I just wasn't going to do that anymore, and I didn't need to. But I was happy to continue working for another 20 years if that's what it was.
Would you go back to work again?
It'd be tough for me because I'd have to resit for my boards because I haven't been practicing in, more than 5 years. So.
Oh fuck! You're joking.
No, it'd take a really it'd take a significant offer at this point to get me to resit for my boards. It's a pain in the ass.
Wow, that's a fair point. That's a fair point there, Roy.
But I love doing what I did. I love being in the OR and whatnot, but I wasn't going to be on call all the time. That was not going to be a thing.
No, I see what you mean there. Are you, Cyberlip, are you a car person at all?
No, I'm really not a car person. I just have a Honda Accord, and I don't know anything about cars. Just
what year Honda Accord?
2017. Limited edition.
I like that. It's a nice shape, that.
Yeah.
Besides watches, then what are your hobbies?
I've got a bunch of nerdy, geeky hobbies. I'm into comics and,
okay,
a lot of nerdy stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I built computers. I'm gaming and all kinds of stuff like that, so I can respect the comics and whatnot.
Right.
You're into comics. Tan is he has a bit of an interest in that as well.
Okay.
Comics are fantastic. The watch hobby, do you see, like, do you go through phases where you don't like watches and you go into other hobbies, or you sort of have multiple hobbies at once?
Multiple hobbies at once, but I'm done buying any new watches. I pretty much consider my collection to be complete. And so, yeah, I'm still heavily interested in them, but I'm not like looking to buy anything. So I'm kind of, which is kind of a relief, and I'm really happy with where I'm at with my collection. And yeah.
Was there a point you were looking to get to, or was it like you just sort of bought stuff you liked along the way that just don't feel the need anymore?
Yeah, it kind of just happened like that. Actually, I just the first nice, real watch I got, luxury watch, was my No Date sub by 14060, and that was just going to be just my only watch. And then I thought, well, it would really pair nicely with the Hulk. That would make a really cool set. And so then I got the Hulk, and then I got a Breguet Type 20, and then it just like one thing led to another, and then I ended up with the Louis box, and I had to fill the 8 slots.
Do we have a picture of your collection that's been posted? Sorry, I was at the water park with my kids, so I didn't see.
No, but I can take one, and I'll next time. I'll do it. Next time I'll get a picture.
Yeah, I really like the last one you bought, the Vacheron. I'm a big fan of the 9221. So
yeah,
that's an amazing watch.
So he's
they don't come up that often, but do they? I don't see those they're not that commonplace.
No, I was hunting for one for a while, and I was leaning towards the rose gold, but then I went with the gold Speedy, and then a good deal on the white gold for Vacheron came up, and I'm like, oh well, fuck it, I'll just get that too. And then yeah,
I've got another super chat here. Here we go. Mac Lobster, $2. AC3, who are you kidding? You ain't. No, of course not. I'm not retiring from the tubes. And we've got Dubsy on here. What is Dubsy?
Listen here, you fat fucking greasy fuck. I was making my bones when you were pulling.
Oh, fuck. What a cunt. He's in.
You greasy fat fuck. Running away to fucking Chinzina, some slapper.
We'll just get him out of there. Absolute loser. There are some people in life, if you just continually drink and act like a cunt, you'll have no friends.
So it's actually very nice.
We've got another super chat here. Patek Philippe $2. Cyberlip AF15 5.0 uni or BAT 13.3 restored. What's he talking about, Cyberlip?
I don't know what the Amazing Fantasy 15 5.0 graded CGC graded, or the Batman 1 3.5. I would do the Amazing Fantasy 15 just because I'm more of a Marvel fan and I'm more of a Spidey fan. I don't know what the value is compared to the Batman. Batman 1. I mean, that's a heavy hitting book. Personally, I would take the Spidey, but the Batman might be the better thing to have. I don't know.
How much is restored affect the comic book market versus original?
It restores, or I mean, it degrades the value quite a bit, but it depends on how it's been restored, what's been done to it, how well it was performed. It just depends on what it is you're talking about as far as the restoration. Yeah,
I got to tell you, it's a great idea that you guys both have just enjoying your life.
So
Roy, there aren't many people who retire at 37. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm lucky. I was in the right place. I mean, I can't say that, it's not like anything I did.
Are you a fire? Are you a fire fan, Roy? Fire?
Fire? What am I looking at with fire? I must be
financially independent, retire early.
I mean, more or less. My wife still has a business, but for myself, I'm good.
Excellent work. It's you just enjoy your life. You're very fit. I can see the fitness is very good for yourself. That's a great thing you're in.
I mean, I've always for the international people, I played football as a kid, and for the American soccer up until the point I blew out my knee. And then once that happened, when I did it, it was at the time where if you're doing an ACL, MCL, you're really carving up your leg, because it was in the year 1999. So I stopped doing that and I started lifting. So it's always, athletics has always been a thing for me.
Got you. Just out of interest, I'm just going to bring this up. This is for, it's not coming up. Why does it come up?
But yeah, guys, I'll take a picture of my collection and have it next time.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be really interesting to look at and see all the different things that you have in one place.
There's some interesting
stuff. Here's my question to you is, I found for myself in many ways, the Day-Date was a grail watch for me, in that the particular version of it, I had been waiting for a long time that that they make it. I had been complaining for years that they needed to bring back vignettes and then particular versions and whatnot. And then I have it, and it's like, I have a hard time wearing other things in my collection because I'm so happy with that at this point. So I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I just kind of rotate mine, and every time I wear one, it's like wow, I forgot how much I love this.
See, that's how I started. As I would do it once a week. On Monday, I would grab something new, set it, wear it for the week, and then put it away the next Monday. But I just find myself gravitating towards that one because I had been waiting for so long.
I think lately I've been mostly wearing the No Time to Die, though. I'm always in the mood to wear that one just because ergonomically it just wears really comfortably. And yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a
here we go.
pretty
We've got
watch.
The comic book. This is the comic book on the screen here for you to look at. This is the Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah,
Beautiful
it's not a 5.0 though. It's in his super chat he said 5.0.
Okay.
The Batman one was.
We got Black Cat 997 $5. We also need Aussie Expat to show up on the panel to show us how financially inferior we are to retire to retirees in their 30s and early 40s.
Well, I mean, the problem
imagine
is
that. I mean,
most people will never give individuals that end up in that position credit for the risk they take, because that's the whole thing. If I had one thing that I could have done differently from the time that I was 20 to the time that I retired, I wish I took more risk. That's my only regret.
Well, kudos to you. I mean, most of your life is just spending enjoying life. I mean, shit. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I think the only thing I disagree with Aussie Expat is he is so anti-home ownership. I don't know why.
I agree with him 100%. A home is a liability. You know how much money I dump into properties if you're not fucking, if you're not renting it out.
There's no foreclosures on paid-off homes.
Okay, what happens in the United States if you don't pay your rent to the government, which is your property taxes? I promise you they will foreclose on you.
Oh, definitely. But what happens if you don't pay your rent? How long are you going to stay there?
Well, what happens on my commercial property when, 1 out of 3 of my furnaces die, or out of the 4 air conditioners, or on my house that has 2 of each, or on my other residential property that has 1 of each? It's a fucking money pit.
It can be, but that's all deductible and
yeah,
it's deductible. But would I rather take tens of thousands of dollars as a deduction, as a loss?
But let's face it.
Or would I rather have that? I would do. No, fuck no. I would
to eat your wealth. The reality
I would invest
is,
it. I would invest it, and I'd do much better.
You could technically sell off all your commercial and put it into the stock market if you wanted to.
And I would do much better. But if I didn't have the business in the commercial building that we're operating, I would absolutely do that. In my second residential property, if I didn't have to pay, for that to have.
For most people, it's better off they have a paid-off apartment or house than to continually rent.
But you're in 1990s mindset with the way that they're printing money. I disagree.
People fuck things up. Most people fuck things up, myself included. You want to make it simple. No sexy investments, sexy gearing and leverage. Look, as you said, risk. You wish you took more risk. Well, in the financial market, risk is borrowing. It's more borrowing. You wished you leveraged more. That's risk. That is risk. Okay, that's risk in the financial sense. And
not necessarily. I took safe investments. I could have taken growth.
Risk you can take. Like, you can only borrow so much. The beautiful thing with property is you don't have a fucking margin call when the market collapses. Like, if you have stocks and you've got a margin loan, they will very quickly call you up and say, hey, you need to put money in at the worst possible time. But
for somebody who's making good money, you can do that. And I had that opportunity, and I should have.
Well, sometimes it turns good, then it turns shit. I got to be honest with you. I've been in businesses a number of times where I've had some really good run, and then it goes fucked. And the saving grace is the stability. If you've got something paid off, you don't have to worry. Peace of mind is a big part of the equation. Oh, he's fallen off. Peace of mind. I mean, I don't know, Cyberlip. I don't know how sexy your investments are, but a paid off home, money in the market, a simple life.
Yeah, I'm a conservative investor.
Really.
Yeah, I'm a conservative investor, and I also believe in home ownership. So, yeah, I think Aussie Expat, I don't know how old he is, but yeah, I think he should settle down into a nice home.
Look,
he's got honestly, a family.
Home ownership, what he's saying is, this is what Aussie says, is he could get better returns investing that money than he could if he bought a residential property, which is true. However,
high risk investments, though, right? That's what he's talking about.
Obviously, aren't they?
I mean, isn't he into Bitcoin and stuff? And Isn't he into crypto?
Sorry, I dropped. I don't know if you heard
No,
what
that's
I
okay,
said.
Roy. That's okay. Me and Cyberlip, we're far more conservative. We probably would never have the joys that you've had, but
I mean, it's stressful as
I
well.
still
There's
think
pluses and
everybody
minuses.
should try and have a condo or a house, a base. That's your base.
That's right. Base of operations.
It's like even Kevin O'Leary, who I can't stand. He says you need to have $5 million in a bank account. That's your base. If something goes wrong, you've still got your base. Your base.
Yeah, well, what happens to the property value of your home and everything when we're looking at going from a baby boomer heavy population that didn't have kids to a millennial and Gen Z population that's half the size? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put all my eggs in that.
Yeah, but that's going to take a while for that to happen.
Roy.
Risk happens fast.
U.S. immigration, Roy. That's where it comes from.
I mean, I don't disagree in a sense, but, you know, obviously we've shut the border, which I agree with. I do think that we need to have a simplified immigration system that allows people to come in. But we also are deluding ourselves if we think that we're not in a time period where things are going to change in ways that nobody understands, because AI and robots are going to, I honestly think, have the biggest impact on the life of everyday people and jobs than any other change throughout human history. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but it's scary.
Yeah, it looks pretty bleak, doesn't it? I mean, it's like when you think about it, it's like it feels scary.
We already have AI-powered robots. Every time you see a taxi
I
that
gotta
doesn't
tell you
have a
something.
driver.
I find AI a total pain in the ass. Like I recently I bought something on a credit card. I did a chargeback, and I could see AI was handling it. Like they waited to the last minute. They said, you've got 7 days to provide this information. Boom, 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 boom. And then at the last minute, they came back and said, boom, 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 boom. And you could see it was AI generated. And basically, if you skipped any of the steps it asked for, you forfeited your claim. And I ended up getting the refund from them. But
Archie, these are non-correlated technologies that increase exponentially. I've already eliminated positions that I would have hired for, and AI has increased productivity or stepped in places.
I got to be honest with you. I think AI itself, it's a scary fucking thing. I don't think it does the greatest of jobs. I think it really is fucking bureaucratic. But we got a super chat here. Super chat. Patek Philippe, $2. Cyberlip, better investment, ASM1 or Tales of Suspense 39?
Which one is that? Tales of Suspense? Is that for the first? I don't know. Is that the first Thor? Tales of Suspense. Let me look that up. Actually, I'm not. That's not ringing a bell. I'm going to Google it. But ASM1. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, first Iron Man. No, first Iron Man. Yeah. I mean, a first appearance over the first issue of Spidey is probably the better bet. I'm not really sure what they're valuing either of those at right now, but yeah, I would probably go the Tales of Suspense actually. But I'm more a Spidey man than I am an Iron Man fan, so yeah, I don't know.
That's one of the hard things that I imagine is with comics, is that a lot of these things are particular to you being a fan of the individual character and narrative.
Yeah, it can definitely color your decisions when you're buying, for sure.
I gotta ask you something, Roy. With watches, do you see watches as a good investment or a shit investment?
It's not an investment. It's a consumer product. The second that you buy it, the money is gone.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as bad as that. I think they do hold some value. They don't. It's not
No,
completely
they
zero.
absolutely do. But just like with the comics, you're at the mercy of the market. So I've just seen things flip so much.
Roy,
what's a bubble back worth now compared to the
exactly
90s?
That's the problem with real estate, commercial property, and the stock market. It's purely the market. The market determines the price. That is 100% right.
Watches have no inherent value, whereas a commercial property in an area where it can be used for any number of different purposes, and it's literally on that plot of land, that has a value. What happened over the last 30 years to the bubble back market?
It's exactly like a watch. It's
No.
only worth what someone's prepared to pay. They're both a commodity.
Yeah, but that's an oversimplification of it. Archie, what happened to the bubble back market?
They're both a commodity.
Yeah, what happened to the bubble back market?
100% right. 100%. They're still worth something.
But don't tell me if you buy real estate in the center of New York, Sydney, Melbourne, San Francisco, Paris, London, that's ever going to drop off the fucking chart like that.
Hey, you should tell that to Aussie expat. He's saying, don't buy a home. Don't buy a home.
I agree with Aussie expat. How many times have Aussie expat and I have been yelling at you about this in disagreement?
Because ever spruik there. I think that's so dangerous. It's not funny because average people make stupid mistakes.
Well, here's the question: is Aussie expat financially independent at a very young age? Could he be right?
He appears. I haven't vetted his figures, but he appears to be.
He could lose it all, though.
He could be right, but we don't. I mean, nobody knows. He appears to live a good lifestyle and everything else. And as somebody who owns commercial properties, my own properties for myself and family members, it's not an investment. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
Isn't he into crypto? Isn't that his thing?
He's into crypto.
Whatever. What's the difference? Venture capital in one way or another. Who cares?
Yeah, but to not own a home.
Highly speculative. That's
to not own a home and then say, well, that's a bad investment, but then go and invest in crypto. I mean,
you know what is a good investment? A good investment is what gives you a return. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. If I make money off of it, it was a good investment. You can say it's shit. You can say it's gambling.
It's the wild, wild west.
I mean, look at gold. That's the only market that is literally allowed to be manipulated by government, by law, and everybody places their stuff in that. So would you rather have an unregulated market, or would you rather have a market that says the government can manipulate it? I don't know.
I'll just invest in Tales of Suspense 39 and ASM 1.
I mean, honestly, if you want to be safe as fuck, buy farmland. And then when everything crashes to zero, you could sell corn. It's not a bad fucking idea. I've considered it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think for most people who want to retire, owning their own place is a very good start. And if you could have a second one, that's even better. Have some money in retirement, in which basically retirement funds go into the share market.
Yeah, do you really want to?
Well, this is the whole thing that I get annoyed about these asshats that want to tax fucking wealth. It's like, oh, you're a government employee? You want to tax people's wealth? Well, guess what fucking happens to your pension fund when all the billionaires are forced to sell in December? It crashes.
100% right, Roy.
We don't want that to happen.
I got to tell you, seriously, my Breguet, that gives me a fuckload of happiness. I was talking to CB. I think some watch collectors, they take things so seriously. It's the craftsmanship in it. It's the joy of it. It's not just purely money. For me, I actually can handle not having a Patek if I've got something beautiful like a Breguet.
Mm-hmm.
And I could easily be just as happy if it was a Vacheron, something that's an incredible watch. I think Cyberlip, that is your super watch, and Roy has got the date with the green dial. That green dial is spectacular, Roy. You're very lucky.
It's an emotional attachment. Like if you love the Breguet, if you love these things, and you can afford to spend the money on it, and you're happy, like there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whether or not I like that particular watch or anybody else does, it's irrelevant.
Oh,
Breguet
exactly.
is killer.
It's irrelevant. But
yeah, I'm with you on the Breguets.
Cyberlip.
The Breguet love. Yeah.
I must say, 8 pieces. That's a great collection to have there. 8 pieces. I'm steering towards more. I find also the less expensive pieces, they're more wearable. You don't have to worry about dinging them. Well, they're often made of steel instead of precious metal. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And they tend to be more sports orientated. So they're a little bit rougher.
You don't always want to be flashy or fancy, you know.
I love Tudor. I'd love to get a Tudor. I'd love to get a Tudor, Roy. That's something I'd love to get. Maybe a Pelagos, actually.
You want to switch from the Black Bays? You've bought how many of the Black Bay Burgundies? You want a Pelagos now?
Possibly.
I mean, they're a good watch. I mean, they are incredibly solid sports pieces.
We got a super chat here. Patek Philippe, $5. Comics are way more defined than watches. It's way more investment focused. You can see every grade of every book's value and last sale price plus 90-day average.
Ask Patek Philippe to follow the baseball card market if he thinks the bottom can't fall out underneath that.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Patel, I just recently bought all my birth month in year Marvels. I got a full set of them at San Diego Comic-Con. So that was fun. November 64.
November 64.
All the November
That's the one thing that's a danger about all these things, where there's no real intrinsic value. It's emotional attachment, whether it's baseball cards or whether it's comics or whether it's watches.
Yeah,
it could be swept out from underneath you, which is why I consider it to be a commercial product.
Stamps. You remember stamps?
Yeah. Does anybody collect those? I agree, 100%. That's a great example.
And I mean, there were so many stamp collectors in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I mean, look, if you buy good stuff, it still has some value, but a lot of that.
There are people that recognize that are dying. What do you do? Like, I don't know.
You know, Roy, one thing that's interesting, you know, the classic car market, what they're finding is as people age, as the population ages and collectors die off, different markets go through down and ups.
But as you know, with a classic car, you can actually drive it. You can have fun with it. You can interact with it. I mean, I think that's that. I could be wrong. I guess I judge that to be a bit different.
No, but Roy, they're having things like the 1950s stuff that's bought by people who were kids in the 50s. So they were born in the 40s. Well, they're dying off now. Now it's the 60s and now it's the 70s stuff is the higher price.
Well, I mean, I can tell you because I've been involved in this since the time I was 16. And that is true to a certain extent, but certain eras that have like universal design qualities remain desirable. I remember the first muscle car bubble was the early 2000s, and then it came back even harder in the 2010s.
Yes. MT85, $2. Is there anything negative Roy likes?
I don't know what negative means.
Negative value?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't understand the question.
Roy, do you ever think yourself, like these collectibles, we like the watches, that could just evaporate like pocket watches?
100%. 100%. That's why I keep
probably
pointing
will.
to the goddamn bubble back market.
With the Apple Watch thing, you know, they probably will become the next pocket watch.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I don't care. I didn't buy them.
And then I'm probably more keenly aware of this than a lot of people because I watched a segment that I love that nobody gave a shit about that I'm like, I could buy into that after my kids get a little bit older. Fucking, you know, quintuple in value to the point where I'm not going to buy anything in it.
What's that? What was that, Roy?
Integrated bracelet sports watches.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got into watch collecting in the mid 2000s, like my dream watches were, you know, Date, and you know, I always went back and forth, which I liked more, the Jumbo or the 5711. And I always thought I would have an opportunity to buy one of those, and that's just not the case.
But that you I think you're probably one of the people on the panel who could afford to buy one. It's just you don't want to.
No, I'm not going to for the, you know, for what it is. It's, you know, on the secondary market, I'm not going to pay those prices. I'm not willing.
Yes. Super chat MT85, $2. Does Roy have a bunker full of food somewhere? That's right. You a prepper, Roy? A prepper?
No. But I have lots of guns because I enjoy shooting them, and so do my kids. There's nothing that makes my kids and my wife laugh more than grabbing like a 45-70 or Desert Eagle and then shooting those off in the hills and just like feeling that vibrate through your chest.
Interesting hobbies, Roy.
I've got a few handguns.
It's funny though because like my kids are really proficient, you know, with this stuff, but like those big rounds and the concussion, I mean, it makes me laugh too. It's just fun.
That's the important thing. We got Narc. When did you retire, Narc?
I can't believe you've only made $30. What the hell's going on here? Where's the support for Archie?
Yeah, keep him full-time on YouTube. Come on, people.
I'm serious. What the fuck's going on here?
Help keep him full-time. Come on. Loosen up
Come
those
on, people in the
super
chat.
chats.
You're the original here. You sacrificed your future employee. You became unemployable. You sacrificed yourself, Arch. And you got fucking Watch Nicholas scooping up the money with his vicious hate. Listen to look at this clip.
Chats. Come on, you cheap bastards.
Listen to this.
Left me with a bad taste in my mouth, the whole thing. But anyway, that's fine, GMT.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to take. I apologize for this to the way it's turned out. I didn't mean it to turn out this way.
I'm sorry, mate. You know what I want to do? I want to throw it in the fucking board water. That's what I want to do with it.
Well, then you can do that. If that's what you want to do, do it. If you really want to do that, you can do that. No problem. Go do it. That's gonna make you happy.
As I said, I really like you. I respect you and everything. So I'm going to send you I'm going to send you a dirty, grotty, fucking second-hand, broken-ass fucking Seiko package as a gift. What would you say? What would you do? Wouldn't you think that was a bit of an insult?
It was an insult. It's like, here, take my trash, take my garbage, yeah.
Yeah, take my garbage. Take my garbage. You take my garbage because I perceive you as being plastic's bitch and running narratives about me with plastic. You know? So here's a slap in the face with a wet fish.
I mean, it was a
I was on Jock's panel.
Yeah, I actually don't want to listen to that, Narc.
Narc, what the hell are you playing?
I mean, Mr. GMT was nice enough to give something to Dickhead, and he just turned it into a complete horrible thing. So no,
you got to listen to the you got to listen to the last one. You got to listen to the last one here. One last one, right?
You got to get to the point, Narc. It drags
Really
on and on and on, Narc.
I'm gonna explain.
It was unlistenable, Narc. Come on now.
All right, listen to this one here.
I'll throw it in Broadwater. And he said, do whatever you want. So he doesn't want the watch back. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck? I've got to run around watch. You give somebody a gift and then tell them to run around watchmakers, tell them to run to post office, tell them to do that. No, go and get fucked. Go and get absolutely fucked.
There, ladies and gentlemen, is GW. Roy, come on. You give someone a gift, and this is what the reaction
I mean, honestly, I honestly couldn't hear what the hell he was saying. The mics were clipping and shit, and I'm probably standing at 30-mile-per-hour winds right now, so I don't know.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt here, the watch talk, right? But, Archie, come on. I'm disgusted here. Chief Tip, what do you think?
Well, what can we say? We've already said enough.
No, I'm going to milk this.
I got a super chat. I got to catch up. The mask, $10. Stamps were very expensive in the 70s. Good point. Do you collect stamps, Narc? He's gone.
He dropped off.
I got to tell you, that's I think you got to find what makes you happy there. But Roy, I think some of your advice is dangerous, very dangerous. And as a good Republican, I think you should, honestly, I think home ownership or a condo, own your own place. That's the best advice for anybody.
Yeah, who wants to deal with
the broke boomer? Don't listen to me.
Place.
And then they raise your rent, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then you get
listen to the broke boomer. Don't listen to the person who retired before he was 40. Good luck.
Seriously, own your own place, Roy. That's honestly.
It depends on. Honestly, it's a math equation. It depends on where you live at. It depends on what the taxes are.
It doesn't matter what level you are. Owning your own place can never be a bad thing.
No, it absolutely can. There's an opportunity cost to that. If you're not open to taking an honest financial look at the opportunity cost.
A super luxury place. I'm just saying.
No, I'm talking about even buying a fucking condo. Because here's the thing, at least in the United States, if you have a condo, your fucking condo association bill is like a second mortgage. Like, this shit is not that simple.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
ours
correct.
is ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely depends on where you're at. It depends on the property taxes and other things.
$2. Will Baitman be the co-host in tomorrow's show? I don't know. I only work here. Black Cat 997, $2. Home ownership is good for regular 90%. I'd honestly agree with that. Roy has some weird right-wing, ridiculous slant, which is just so fucked. It makes me want to vote Democrat. Okay, I'll be honest with you, Roy.
That's fine. I don't care.
For most people, home ownership.
Trust me, I will do great either way.
A house or a cabin in the forest. Just own something. There's nothing worse than having a rental inspection where some cunt has a go at you for putting a nail or a picture frame in the bedroom or doing this, or fuck off.
You mean like a homeowners or a condo association where you bought your $90,000 condo that you're paying $1,300 a month to the association and then a $1,500 mortgage payment? I don't know. Do whatever the hell you want with your money. Just don't complain to me when you're broke.
Roy, you're giving a bad example, okay? bad example. It's always easy to come up with bad examples. That doesn't mean you're right, but
That's because there's a lot of bad examples out there, and it highly depends upon the market that you exist within.
you can never get me to say it's not good. The basis of a good retirement is to have shelter, affordable, and preferably you own, Roy. There's no way.
I mean, well, so let's look at it this way. Let's say today you're 40.
Your own place.
Let's say today, Archie. Let's say today you're 40 years old. You've put $500,000 into a home, rather than putting $500,000 into dividend-yielding stocks. In 60 years, you're now in the equivalent of the Rust Belt. Your home is worth $250,000, and you have no income coming from it. Your stocks may have increased in.
Do you really want to be 70 years old and paying rent, though? I mean,
well, so here's the thing: if I put $500,000 into stocks, and then all of a sudden I have $5 million of stocks 20 years later, and I'm paying fucking rent, I don't give a fuck.
Roy,
after a half an hour, the debate is too silly. Too silly. This is too silly.
Roy,
I just want to point out the broke people telling the people who aren't broke who's wrong.
Roy, there are people who invested in GE. You remember GE, the stock? You shouldn't have single stocks investments. And the reality is, most real estate, Roy, come on, Roy.
There are rich people with real estate. There are rich people without real estate.
If you don't own the place, you are still paying
there's rich
rent.
people with real estate, like my cousin. My cousin, who's on my wife's side of the family, who was a machine operator, operated an excavator from the 1960s, and he spent every single penny buying property in California. And I mean, he's worth a fortune. That's not most people. Also, he didn't buy houses, he bought land.
We've got a super chat, MT85, $5. Would almost like to hear about Breguet.
There you go. It's been a half an hour of this debate about getting a home, buying a home. Half an hour. Let's go to something else. Let's do it.
Doc, you want to talk about Porsches?
We can talk about Porsche, BMW.
Oh, is this
I thought we had a good Porsche discussion going before it got cut off the last time.
Was that on air or off air?
No, that was on air, because I was talking about like the merits of the 996 and the 997 like a week before like you came on, then you were talking about the same thing.
Is this
yeah,
Doc?
I mean it's good bang for the buck as long as you can
Doc.
tolerate
Yes,
the headlights.
Doc, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So when I was on before, you were also on, and you were talking about the date with the BBW, and you mentioned that she
the what?
The date. You mentioned that she bent the frame of the seat in your Mustang. Was that? Did I hear that right?
Correct. He did.
It wasn't the date. It wasn't the date.
So something doesn't add up.
It wasn't the date.
So just a large person sitting in the seat shouldn't bend the frame. So I'm thinking there must have been like maybe you like went around to the other side of the car and got in the seat with it.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Just
what were you doing with this person in your Mustang, Doc?
Yeah, that would take some vigorous pounding. Must have been happening.
No, it wasn't a large person. It was a 300+ pound person.
And some heavy pounding.
No, the car was a 1965.
300 pound is considered average in America these days.
But that's not the way it was in 1965 when the car was built. It was built for a 1965 butt.
And then the spring broke.
What?
You said the spring.
I mean, we just didn't know Doc was a chubby chaser. That's all it comes down to.
Hey, we've all been there. I've done that too. So I mean, no shame.
It wasn't a date, okay? I was okay.
I've gone there.
Right, well, how much? All right, it wasn't a date, Doc. How much did you pay her?
You gotta let me.
How much did you pay her? Was she working? Was a working girl?
Let me tell the story. since you brought it up, I'll tell the story again. So
I've had my fair share of those too, Doc. Don't feel bad.
There are a couple of friends of mine when I was in college, one of whom I was interested in. She clearly wasn't interested in me, but anyway, I didn't know that at the time. They asked me to do a favor and pick up a friend of theirs from the airport. Both of them were petite. Both of them were around 5'2" or so, and like 100 pounds or less. So I just assumed this friend of theirs was the same. And I said, sure, I'll pick her up. What? So anyway,
I just said allegedly.
When I got to the airport, and both of these girls got in the back seat, they said, let me give her the front seat. They knew she was large, that's why, but they got in the back seat and they said, oh, it'll be easier if we just give her the front seat. Fine. So they're in the back seat, and then they point her out, and she's huge, huge. I didn't know what to do. I was young. I let her get in the car.
You better be polite, Doc.
No, I didn't have to be polite. I could have said, all of you guys out. I could have said, all you guys out. I'll get out. But anyway, I didn't. She got in the seat, and by the time the drive was done 15 minutes later, there were springs that were broken that were not broken before, and part of the frame was bent on the seat. It still functioned, but it was bent. That's the story. It wasn't a date.
That can only happen from some serious pounding.
Yeah, it's called 300 pounds every time you hit a bump in the street. Pound, 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 pound. That's the reason.
I mean,
that's the reason
you can justify this any way you want, but you know,
it's the reason that the rapper
will be the judge.
The avatar I made here is a real rapper who they wouldn't let get in a. It was either an Uber or a Lyft, and they wouldn't let her get in it when they arrived. And here's this now this one's 600 pounds. The one that got.
Well, I think even Southwest is charging people for more than one seat now.
Oh, really? That's good, actually. Yeah, I'm happy to hear about that.
A lot of the airlines,
I agree 100%.
A lot of the airlines were going to base their rate on your weight, which is only fair.
Nothing's like a long flight with a big, large heifer next to you. I mean,
if somebody can't fit in one seat, that should not encumber the person sitting next to them. They should,
they take up their seat and half of your seat.
Yeah, if I pay for a whole seat, I want the whole fucking seat.
What's your name? Lip? I always forget the name.
Cyberlip.
Cyberlip. The previous avatar, is that someone you know? The one that's a woman? Was that?
No, that was Mimi T from Archie.
I thought it looked like Mimi T, but she wasn't happy. So I was like, oh.
Archie asked me to change my avatar, so yeah, I obliged.
So now I don't know what that is either, but okay.
Oh, the Mimi T saga. I mean, I used to get up every morning excited to watch the new Mimi T video because it was like a soap opera. It was some of the greatest Archie content. Yeah, I mean,
I have to admit, I missed most of it, and I think it's all taken down now. It's not even in the members area.
Archie said something about the videos, the footage of the Mimi T stuff that he had on disc or something was pilfered in the robbery or something.
Yes, that's correct. I had a lot of stuff stolen. All of my video backups were stolen.
You're saying they were getting their rocks off on that? That's not nice.
The Mimi T stuff, it was just, it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. She was very hard to control. Very hard to control. Another paid employee who thought they knew more.
And I remember she broke your phone, and she borrowed your phone and returned it broken or something.
Yeah, I lent because she didn't have a functioning phone. I said, "Well, look, you need to have something to film videos with if you're going to do work for me."
And then you paid for her dental work.
No, this was she was going to do filming work. And it was just a bitch.
You paid for her dental bill?
Filming work. Apparently, Archie is the next.
We'll advance some funds. But look,
I didn't know you had cam girls going.
Sorry?
I said I didn't know you had cam girls going. When was this?
No. She was working for me, came in with a massive toothache. I said, you really need to see a dentist. I can't afford it anyhow, but it's just one disaster after another. You know, don't work with poor people. That's the moral of the story. Do not work with broke-ass people. They always have an excuse. It's never their fault.
It's not necessarily where they come from. It's all the individual attitude. So my wife grew up living in campgrounds and crap like that. She has her own business and a PhD and is a university professor and everything else. She works like 100+ hours a week and will not stop. So it's not where you come from. It's all the individual's attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although the starting point doesn't hurt.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, but Doc, how many people do you know? Like, I don't know how you grew up, but I grew up in a very nice part of town. How many people do you know that grew up where their parents had a ton of money and they're just useless pieces of shit that never accomplished anything or even tried?
Oh, there are plenty of those people.
Mimi T kind of gave off the vibe that maybe she didn't have a great home life. Maybe she had a tough childhood. I kind of got that impression.
Oh, I mean, I have no grace for that because I've seen so many people overcome that had every excuse just to fail and to give up. But they worked hard and then they achieved great things.
Yeah.
It's there if you want it.
If you can manage to stay away from drugs and alcohol, you really can achieve a lot. And speaking of achieving a lot, that's the end of today's show. That's the end of today's show. We had a great show. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I, for one, I'm exhausted. I, for one, am very exhausted here. So I'm sure everyone else feels the same way.
I'm exhausted just looking at that picture there.
I mean, Doc, you're probably reliving that experience with the person who broke your seat. I can understand.
You know, I don't even remember her name.
Did she break your hip also?
Was she attractive, Doc? That's the important thing.
What do you think?
I'm just asking. They can still be attractive.
No.
I mean, honestly, if I had some girl that broke my seat in my car and I was responsible for it, I'd be proud of that night.
Yeah, no doubt. Badge of honor.
Let's go and thank our sponsors today. We had Patek Philippe, Limonal, Patek Philippe, MT85, Black Cat 997, Mac Lobster, Patek Philippe, Mac Lobster, Patek Philippe, Black Cat 997, Patek Philippe, MT85, The Mask, MT85, Black Cat 997, and MT85. Guys, that's the show. Back tomorrow. Please, Roy, keep spooking. No home ownership. We love it. We love the debate. And Cyberlip.
Yes.
Please, you are welcome on anytime, man.
Thank you, sir.
I thought tomorrow was your day off.
It is. I apologize. It is my day off. Sorry, it's my day off tomorrow. Back the day after. Thank you, Doc, for that Freudian slip. See you later, guys.
Night, fellas.
Have
And
fun.
remember, if you're buying a watch in America, don't suck the AD cock. Just go to David SW and get the watch of your. Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey Roy, how are you?